You have a baby.
Arise,
Sometimes
minions,
things
and
happen that
welcome
we
to
don't like.
unmade gaming. You saw nothing.
And you know what?
We're
This is the
definitely on
first
the wrong
time-
scene, and that's just something we'll have to deal with. Don't worry about it. I'm new here. I've never streamed before. Welcome. Welcome.
We're just playing a video.
Shut up, Joey. Shut up. Welcome to the show. This is it. You signed up for it. If you guys like whatever the hell this is right now, join us on Patreon down below. While you're down there, join us on our Discord, be a part of the conversation. And as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the corruption bar. That bar serves two purposes. One is when that bar fills, Joey gets whatever the hell he wants to us, which is probably going to be terrible, given his last show. And two, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful, amazing faces you see here before you. With that, I will stop fucking up my own stream and toss things over to Gnome to take us into space.
So I can fuck up your stream?
Yes, please. At least I can blame you.
Yeah, but we just all blame you anyways. No matter. Hey, what's up, everybody? You ready for some more space? Because today, and for the next 10 more weeks, we're gonna be playing Bryte. Thank you so much for joining us today, friends, as we take a trip around a galaxy known as Olaxis. And Olaxis is a galaxy on edge. Desperate planets fight for survival against an undeniable end, while adventurers make their living fighting against the universe itself. Yet, in that struggle, many Olaxans find reasons to live and hope. Existence may be ending, but that doesn't mean a good life isn't worth the fight. Now, why is this called Bryte? And why is an entire galaxy doomed? Well, friends, that's because of something called the burn. And dear Mikhail, if you could please switch us over to the map. Did you? Oh, you didn't. You didn't even have that set up, did you?
I'm just
You didn't
impressed.
think we were
I'm
going
impressed you
that
have a
town.
map. I'm impressed you have a map.
There's a galaxy.
I'm impressed you set up a map.
I didn't set it up. It was just there.
Listen, several months ago you had to have me show you how to install a map for D&D, so I'm impressed.
Yes,
I'm impressed that
true.
there
I
is a
didn't know how
map.
to do anything, and now I am a Roll20 pro. Thank you so much.
My
for the
name is
sponsorship.
Sparksy now. Wally, I took your life.
Son of a bitch.
Wally, don't come back.
Okay.
I've assumed your life. It's mine.
Oh my god. There's so much
Players
shade
can
going
see
on right
players.
now that why do we need space?
Guys, I swear that I previously I have
You're
been a professional streamer. I own a business, guys. This is
Mike, we have new people to this channel, and this is like you just opening up your door in boxers. Like,
I'd like to say it gets better, but it doesn't. This is about
No.
par.
I promise
perfect.
that I'm going to say lots of really cute stuff in character, so stick around.
excellent. We're here for that.
There you go.
Now,
Thanks for saving the show.
dear map, I see
Oh god.
I see what you're doing, and I'm a little disappointed that everything that I can see on the map
That's because it's on the GM layer, Joey.
Is on the GM
The GM layer is the layer you
yeah.
can see. If you click on the things and you put them on the map layer, then we can see them.
Thankfully, I can control all and put it all on the map layer.
Chat, you remember that time he was sassing me for not having the map set up? Here
Yeah,
we
but
are.
I'm cute, so I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck off.
Welcome to Olaxis, friends. This is where we're hanging out. This is the galaxy that we're gonna be star hopping in.
Ooh.
Each of the little names here are different systems. Systems are essentially just solar systems in this world. So any star that has planets that revolve around it has been mostly claimed in some way, shape, or another. And I want us to give some important attention to see all of these just very orangey things that look like they're on fire. This is the bad stuff. This is if you're playing World of Warcraft and somebody is sitting in the orange stuff and your healer goes, "Get out of the fucking fire," and they don't, and you just let them die because they didn't get out of the fire.
I was that
This
guy.
is like the no zone. We don't want to go here. We don't want to do that. Thanks, Mike.
Don't touch my no-nos.
This is the burn. Nobody really knows what it is or what it does, because what it does is consume the stars and planets of Olaxis. The closer you are to the burn, which is in constant flux, there is no predictability as to what part of the galaxy this fiery force is going to consume next. The more unlikely it is you're going to survive. Resources are scarce at the edge of the burn, which is known as the Ghost Belt. The Mid Belt is your mid regions, which have some resources left, but most people are trying to make their way to the Heart Worlds, which are being overrun, overpopulated. Resource management is incredibly important in the world of Olaxis, and that's going to be important to our adventures today. So we're going to start off getting to know our adventurers, whom within an entire galaxy, there are billions and billions and billions of sentient beings that live here. And we're going to get to know a couple of them. I think let's go ahead and start. Well, Diana, I liked the thought of starting in. You said you were kind of scrapping, you're scavenging.
Yeah, I'd be kind of. I don't want to necessarily call it scavenging, but looking around in garbage. Yeah.
Excellent. Where and where are you? Where do you know? You're kinda
I would
hanging
say
out in?
somewhere nearby where there is some sort of civilization.
Sure.
Maybe not like completely outer planets, but
Mhm.
someplace where there's like a modest a modest grouping of people. And I'd just be kind of scavenging around in their trash.
Sure. Yeah. So we can say maybe you're out in the star system of Evelyn,
Mhm.
which is a rather diverse area. There's resource heavy of people trying to find resources, so this would be a pretty good area to kind of digging around. Would you say that you are in are you in a city? Are you on some sort of oh my god, space station? Wow, words are
What is the equivalent of a small like a small kind of town in this universe? I would be maybe there. So not
sure.
quite like a bustling city, but like,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Yeah, kind of a way, maybe closer to a known dead zone where there's just depleted resources, but there's still
yeah.
just enough fresh, resources to keep the people who want to stay there staying there, who kind of maybe are refusing to leave, as Evelyn is relatively close to the burn. It's in that danger zone.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah. So, what do you look like?
So I am a mech suit, essentially, basically a big robot girl that is big enough to fit a person inside. Um, I have um, added some things to make me look like I am like one would perceive me as a sentient being. I didn't want people to mistake me as um trash while I was resting. So some I found some like stickers that I put on my visor that look like eyes. Um and I have and I have a little scarf that I wear that doesn't fit all the way around like the circular part of my what would be a neck. So I have that on just to make me seem, but otherwise it's all metal, baby. It's all metal and gears. Um and got kind of a little bit of a loud crunchy sound as I walk, like maybe I should be oiling more often. Um, and I'm kind of just traipsing around in what I'm assuming is like maybe a dumpster area or things, and I'll pick up like, I don't know, a wrapper for some sort of ration and take out like a little notepad, and I have a giant pencil and I do a little scribble and put it away and like go to the next thing.
Okay. All right. All right.
Have to ask, do you have googly eyes posted anywhere on your body?
So they're not googly eyes, but I've been looking for googly eyes. I heard about googly eyes. But right now these are just flat eye stickers, but they don't match. It's like, there's like a brown one and a green one, and one's big and one's little.
I have a follow up question, similar but different.
Yeah.
Are
Mhm.
they anime eyes?
I'm gonna say yes. They're
Okay.
anime eyes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
Love it.
Uh,
Love it. Let me just write that. Anime.
Someone draw this robot with anime eyes, please. This
We,
in a dumpster,
we may need to splurge on some
dumpster
character
scarf wearing
arts.
anime eye robot, please.
so so she's just kind of looking around, and she's looking, a lot of the stuff that she finds is really like things that she's already seen, and she'll pull out her notepad and be like, oh, I've seen this one before. And so she's kind of looking for something new, something that's gonna surprise them.
Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let's go ahead. How about we have you roll? I mean, you're out there. You're looking. Let's go ahead. Let's just right off the bat and not wait
Okay.
3 hours for
Okay.
a roll in a game that I run. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and just roll right away.
What am I rolling?
Go ahead
Oh, God.
and roll. What would you think would be a good
Yeah, this is
skill to
fantastic.
use?
Yeah, let's see. Well, I've got perception. I've got streetwise. Uh
I yeah. I
mm,
mean, yeah. I can see streetwise. I can see. I mean, so the fun part about Burn Bright, friends,
yeah.
is that the game essentially runs off of a full dice set. You can roll a d4, a d6, a d8, d10, or a d12. And so all of the players here have selected which skills have the higher success rate. And yeah, so if you feel like streetwise would be good, you can go ahead and roll a streetwise.
Yeah.
I would say difficulty would be a 3 right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, no, it doesn't look like I will find that. um Oh wait, difficulty 3?
Yep,
Is that
there you go. Complexity. I'm so sorry.
That's what I okay, okay.
Yes, there you go. Difficulty,
Okay.
complexity,
How do I roll
tomato,
it?
potato.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh,
Hey,
I passed.
you passed. Mazel tov. So, in this game, doubles are bad. Doubles are way bad. So thankfully you didn't roll any doubles and you were successful. So what
Okay.
that means is, as oh my god, what are they? They're playing basketball. I swear to God, it's every day.
Basketball. Basketball.
As you are rummaging around,
Mhm.
you you notice something particularly clean and incredibly shiny, like a little piece of like protruding metal that's just kind of like tucked behind a couple of like trash bags, because definitely they have space trash bags for sure.
Oh yeah. So she's probably gonna have to like and like get down on to her robot knees and dig it out.
And as you do, you notice that it is this small humanoid shaped but like patchworked together robot or piececraft. You're not quite sure, but it is decorated in there are parts that do not belong on a piececraft. There are different materials that are just all over this tiny like rotund looking um, robot creature.
And it's as like big as I am,
It's a bit smaller.
bit
I would say
smaller.
like Danny DeVito size in comparison to your like Arnold Schwarzenegger size.
Okay, okay. And if I try to like activate it in any way, is it responding?
It will. How would you like to interact with it?
Um, I know how to turn on a piececraft. So I will, do the universal code for hey, wake up in piececraft. Um, on the
Yes.
which I think is just it's actually a secret knock on the chest chamber. It's sort of like a do 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 do, and then you wait for like an echo back, and then you have to do one
Oh,
more.
and you have to continue it. Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear instead of like the typical expected knocking noise, you absolutely hear almost like a wind chime instead, and it goes like beep 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 in response.
Pretty. Hello?
Hey, can't you see I'm napping?
And this little rotund robot kind of like springs to life and just like does a little little shudder as its joints kind of like shift a bit so it can make itself a little bit larger than it had been before. But it basically is the shape of like Dr. Robotnik, just very round, very lanky legs that just don't. You're not quite sure if those legs can actually hold up just how round this robot is, or this piececraft is. And the head kind of like does a couple little twists and little shimmies. There's hardly a neck, and with these like bright yellow eyes that just kind of like flash a little bit, they look right at you. As like its sensors are obviously trying to like get you in focus.
Hmm.
There we go.
What do you do when we just you just wake people up who's sleeping on the streets like well, you got to teach you any manners over our packs?
Sorry, friend. I thought you were deactivated. I only meant to check.
Well, you saying because I'm sleeping in the trash I'm deactivated?
Well, that's where I would go.
Well, you trying to deactivate? I'm
Oh,
I need some
no.
oil.
I have a little bit if you need.
Hey, you got a little spare?
Just a little bit. A bit low. And when she says she's a bit low, it's like there's like a dropper that she's got to give out. But You may.
Hey, that's mighty kind of you, and like,
He goes and he kind of like reaches out his hand, and you can hear just the sounds of like grinding gears. Like he needs a little more than a little bit of oil, but it doesn't seem to bother him. And he goes ahead and takes the container and just kind of like spritzes himself in a couple little areas, leaves you like just like if you like live with other people and you have a milk carton and somebody just leaves just enough to not have to throw the milk carton away. That's how much he leaves you left. And he hands it back to you.
Well, thank you for leaving some. I was just wondering about your exterior.
oh yeah. Well, then first, thank you very much. And he just kind of like, you know,
Sets himself up.
this this is me. My name's Jolly.
And he, in a very like humanoid way, like extends a hand to you as if like to shake it. Not a very traditional peacecraft method of saying hello.
Yeah, we shoot at each other. We just shoot at each other. That's the
Yeah, that's
traditional peacecraft
definitely
greeting.
it's yeah,
Yeah.
it's pew 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 pew. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
hey, what's up? Pew 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 pew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jolly, it is nice to meet you. I am Tink.
Hey, pleasure to meet you, Tink. Thank you for the oil, and this is. I've seen the world. More than that, I see the universe. From one end of the burn to the other end of the burn. I see things that they don't ever want to talk about on PAX World.
That's
This here. This is freedom. I got this. This little piece is from my donate. And you see, let me move this panel. Where's the panel? This gear. This is from
that's what I would like. I haven't been very far, but I found this and these.
Yes, I've seen some of those before. Those are nice. Careful not to get them wet. They kind of like hook up your gears if you put them on the inside. It's more of an exterior thing, but those are nice. Good pick.
Did you go alone?
Well, the good thing about traveling all over Olaxis, you're never really alone. You get to meet all sorts of people.
That sounds okay.
It's not bad. Coin's a little, argent's a little hard to find. You gotta work every now and then. Some people are a little more generous, such as yourself. Hey, can't complain. Way, way better. More and improved systems all around compared to PAX. They're so stuffy there.
Oh, well, I don't know if it's so bad, but
It's not so bad. What are you doing out here, Tink?
well, I don't feel finished yet. I didn't hate it there, but I'm not finished yet. So I came out here.
Well, not much left out here, to be honest with you. The
Hmm.
bird kind of comes and goes, and it's already taking out a lot of stuff. But if you're looking, you've got that spark in you, and you really want to just feel that freedom, feel alive. You gotta go where there's unimaginable things that just don't make sense. It's not as easy as binary. We're not talking about 001011101.
Well, that was rude.
Well, yeah, look, I'm just trying to be honest with you. You're ready for some excitement. When you want to go see something really cool,
Yes.
you need to head over to a space near the emo space. There's a little area known as Bogey.
She
You
takes
want to go?
her little pad. Spell that, please.
G U L G. I don't know, like 5 eyes or something like that.
That sounds right. Thank you. I don't want to keep you from your sleep. You lose less oil when you rest.
That's why I sat on over here. It's a little quieter than the city, you know. And sometimes these people they throw out some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're really thinking about heading out,
Yes.
all right, let me
Let's see here. I wanna give you something from him. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. All right. That's so easy. I love it. This is great. He kind of like shifts a bit and around one of his like feet shoes. He's definitely wearing like some type of shoe. He goes and he pulls off the shoelace, except it's not a shoelace, and he kind of like extends it out to you.
this I got this from a place over in the crags. You can kind of do with it whatever you want. You're ready to live a life free. You could do anything. You don't have to sit there and obey whatever Pax Prime says. You take that. That's a good keepsake.
Does it do something?
Does whatever you want it to do for me. It held my shoe on.
And what it actually is, it's an acoustic string.
So like when I hold it up, it'll just kind of like curl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you're starting off here. You're a little evergreen, right?
I didn't think of myself that way, but I suppose out here I am.
Wherever you want the next. Good luck. You're gonna need it.
Well, thank you. I hope you have a good nap.
He's already like kind of sunk back into himself and like plopped back into the trash heap, and whatever little lights and whirs and buzzing was going on has already powered down as he goes into sleep mode.
She will, as she's still kneeling, she will like start to get up, get stuck for a moment, take out that like tiny vial with just like a hair drop of oil left in it. Think for a moment and just put it back in her case, and then just like really glean as she like muscles through it to get back up and try to find somewhere to sit for a while.
All right. And we're going to kind of leave that alley and shift away. Somewhere dark. Somewhere where the lights are usually kept low. Luma, why don't you go ahead and describe kind of the scene as the camera shifts over to where Lopa is.
Just a question. Do I get to pick whichever star system, or do I choose the one that I am from?
You can pick whatever system that you want.
Okay.
Wherever you think Lopa would be right now.
I think Lopa would be at the Fraggin station. Was the closest place to get somewhere that's not where they were before, where she was before, which was Ozabin. And that's as much as anyone's gonna hear that word from her, because that's the smart thing to do. So they're at Fraggin Station, and they have no idea what Fraggin Station is beyond the fact that it was on the map that they stole. So they got here at Fraggin Station. They snuck up on a ship. They got onto the station, and then they felt bad and they paid anyway after they got off. And then they just are looking around at the station. They're trying to keep themselves together, so to speak. They feel like they should look different right now, but they don't know how to go about doing that. She doesn't know how to go about doing that. So she hasn't, but she's not doing a very good job doing the best thing that she's good at, which is being stealthy. So just walking around Fraggin Station, trying to figure out where else would be a good place to go from here. So you see,
why don't you go ahead and describe what is Lopa?
Lopa is an Eno. An Eno is with black fur, very floofy. And inside of their ears is white with red specks, and their eyes are all red with yellow specks. And that's all you see. Everything else is wrapped up in some strange freaking leather bandagey type deal, just like a walking mummy, which is weird on its own and probably too distinctive for what they want to be doing, which is stealthy. But can't win all battles. So that's what Alopa is. That's what she is, and that's what she's walking around looking like.
Okay.
Got a sack over one shoulder and a rifle on the other shoulder, and a whole bunch of other stuff that seems to be strapped underneath the straps. So there's handles poking out over their thigh leggies. Oh no, not their thigh leggies. They're what's it? Calf leggies. I calling them calf leggies because they're anthro cats, so the furry cat. So it's like not regular calves. Anyway, so there's something strapped on either leg. You don't see the metal, just the handles. So there's something strapped there, and there's something strapped on the hip, and then that's about it. That's all. They look a little loopy, but probably some things no one should be really approaching. They look a little dangerous despite being like, oh. It's a cat with a laser pointer, and the lasers are everywhere. It's pretty much what's going on.
I love it. I love it. And so Fragging Station is this prodigious spacecraft that was built by the Kithux. The Kithux are this very usually peaceful group of they're kind of like they're insectoids essentially. They're short, but they're known for their fierce ability in combat, and it holds tens of thousands of Kithuk warriors. They are essentially Fragging Station roams Olaxis. It is essentially a station that is just an army for hire. They're always searching for resources in which they exchange their services for. So this is a unique area that you are drawn to, having delivered a map. Was that correct? Did I understand that correctly? You turned in a job.
No, I stole something.
Oh, you just straight up stole it. Okay. Is it for somebody else, or was it for you?
The place which will no longer be named. Yes. I got it from there, and it's mine now.
Okay.
I don't have any idea, who it was for previously, but it's mine now.
But it's yours now. Okay. Okay. Yes, I see. You go ahead and roll me. Essentially roll me like a perception, some sort of like awareness skill.
Okay.
And you said that you were kind of aloof though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Distracted, so I might put the difficulty at 3.
Okay. Alrighty.
Look, we have so many rolls today already. Proud. Look at you go. With that D6, you were able to pass. So despite being a bit aloof, being distracted, which is a bit unlike you, Lopa, you barely hear the pitter-patter of another Eno, wrapped in very similar wrappings from head to toe. They are wearing like kind of like a tunic cloak almost, with the hood pulled up. So only occasionally can you see with like whatever little light is available, just like the glistening of the nose or the reflection of these like very beady green eyes. And they kind of come up behind you. Do you make an indication that you know that they're there, or do you just kind of play it off?
One of my ears goes backwards, so I definitely hear them, but I keep walking.
Okay. So knowing that you know that they're there, there's this like wry smile that curls up on their maw, and they kind of slink in step next to you. Lopa. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Now, I think you know exactly why.
Nope. And I walk faster.
And they keep pace. They keep pace. Like it's nothing. Like you are two old friends.
It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. I am just a little. I'm a little distracted and hungry. How about we go find something to eat? How about that? Yeah. Yeah, you hungry?
Oh, Lopa, you know, we don't eat when we're on a job.
Yeah,
No.
but no one's around. No one will know. No one will know unless you say something.
Are you so quick to discard our undying ways?
What? No, no, no. Just, you know, never done a mission like this before. I'm a little, just,
Hmm. Well, what mission are you on? Might I ask?
we'll see. That's part of the problem. I think I was supposed to get in contact with someone here, but I don't know where they are. Maybe you could help me out. I mean, granted, I still don't know why you're here. So, seems like we're both confused.
Well, I'm not confused, Lopa. That is a poor assumption. A bit disappointing, to be honest. You said you were hungry. How rude of me. Please, why don't you go ahead and show me your favorite place to eat?
Sure. And I would like to make, um, if I can, a streetwise check. I want to make a streetwise check to see just how I can run the fuck away from this, on my way to a random food place on this station that I just so happened to see it back that way, and well, not back that way, forward in front of me, and yeah, I want to roll to get the fuck away.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and we'll call that a complexity of 2.
Okay.
So why don't you go ahead and give me that streetwise roll?
Okay. Oh, good.
Also, let me know if my audio is a little bit better. I'm sorry. This voice is a bit more quiet than I think I normally am. I think it's partly it. Okay. Wow. Look at with a D12. A success. Why don't you go ahead and narrate for us? What is it? Think of it like almost like a little chase scene, right? Wherever you go, you have this shadow. How do you lose a shadow in the dark?
Well, initially, while I am walking towards this place, I really don't know anything about. Um, can I make a guess? Do I actually know this Eno? Or is it just a random Eno?
How about another roll? Let's just do all the rolls.
Okay.
What would you like to roll for this? How would you kind of go and assess? Would it be like knowledge? Would it be a social skill?
You know what? Let's go with knowledge.
Okay.
Let's go with knowledge.
Okay. Complexity of 2.
Okay. Sweet.
Look at you. Look at all these good rolls tonight. I'm loving it. Yeah. You're actually maybe you didn't prowl in the same pack as this particular Eno. However, you've you've heard of them. Those emerald eyes are kind of like a signifying feature, and occasionally, like as you're walking, you see like a little swish of their tail, and it is kind of charred at the end and kinked, which is a very distinguished feature for this particular Eno, who is known to rack up kills. They are very much a known mercenary.
Okay, so halfway to the place where I am taking him, I lean in forward, like right where the ears would be if it wasn't for the tunic, and I go, Bertel says what? And then I run away.
And you hear a, what? And you just like bolt.
Yeah, right away.
Damn it, Luma.
I'm gone. Run away.
So good. As you spring away with that gracefulness of an Eno, you know, these cat people, immediately they follow. You turn and round a corner, boom. They're rounding the corner with you. You manage to make your way into kind of a somewhat crowded area, which doesn't necessarily help. And actually, how tall? How tall is Lopa? Just out of curiosity.
I am 4.5 feet tall.
Okay, 4.5 feet tall.
Which is also like, wait, actually, how tall is Burnt Tail? Because I need to be able to have leaned into his ear and spoken. So let's scale that accordingly.
So probably the same, pretty similar in size.
Okay.
So 4.5 feet. If that's what you're going with, about 4.5 feet. So the two of you are now making your way into kind of like a crowded area, maybe like where there's like a giant mess hall, and there are just hundreds of Kithuk who are just trying to have a meal, maybe cleaning their armor, and we see these two cats kind of weaving in and out, maybe going like underneath tables and springing, you know, like almost leapfrogging over some of the smaller Kithuk. And eventually one of them kind of like just like moves their tray, like they're getting ready to go sit down, and you know, they're like, you know, hey Bert, yeah, this is some good grub. We're gonna eat good today. And like he goes to move and just wham, gets nailed by Burnt Tail, who just tumbles over, and still, you know, quickly lands on all four paws in a sprawled position. The cloak, the hood, flipping back, and you see just this like Maine Coon kind of faced cat, right? So it's got this gray beard. He's got scars just all over his face. One of his ears is completely like just ripped like halfway off. A very grisly looking kitten, and he is angry. His eyes are just slits at this point as he's looking for you, but he can't seem to find you. What are you doing? Where are you going?
Let me see here. Okay, so I know that negotiation is for buying things, but can I use negotiation to negotiate my way into like one of the kitchens in the back to have someone like say, like, don't say anything. I'm also want to snatch a chef's jacket and some other stuff. So like, you know, like in the cartoons where they go through an area and then they're snatching people's clothes and putting it on themselves. So that that's kind of what's happening.
Yep.
And I want to
Okay,
go,
okay.
I want to go through that. And so I can
Sure.
look like like someone who's preps the food enough, at least to disguise my bandages. Cause now I'm like, I need to not look like this.
For sure, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me that that negotiate at a complexity of 2.
Oh, whoa.
Whoop. Oh, is that a skill?
It's a special ability.
Oh, it's your special ability.
So how do I use this?
Okay, so let me read real quick. Purchasing by 10%. This applies to any of it. Okay. I understand what you're trying to. Okay, I thought it was like a skill for rolling. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll use this ability.
Yay.
Yeah. So how about, what would you say as you kind of make your way into this into like the back of the kitchen? Clearly you're not supposed to be there, and there are all these Kithuk who are varying in heights, who are just, you know, with all of their arms working masterfully at, you know, getting all of the food prepped for the remainder of the day. One of them kind of like looks up at you, but then goes right back to their work.
Sweet. I look around to see if anyone is going to stop me from like going into like a locker room or something to grab some of their stuff and steal it. Like if no one stops me, I'm just going to do it. If I have to negotiate, I will negotiate.
Yeah. I think it, like, as you kind of like maybe go to grab some items that clearly don't belong to you, there's this kind of like tall, almost maybe like grasshopper looking Kithuk, you know, in I don't know, in a space chef's hat and a space apron, if you will. And yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. This is a space game. I don't. Everything's got space in it. Okay. and he kind of looks at you. You work here, or you like a new hire?
I'm an intern.
Oh.
And I'm here to intern the whole entirety of this whole thing, and I just need something else to wear. So I just need to. I need this. I was not fitted for my uniform yet, as you can see. So if I could just borrow these. I wouldn't want to distract people from their work by looking as I look now, you know. So yeah, just need these.
Yeah. I mean, like, man, that kind of stinks that they didn't get you suited. It's kind of the most important part of the job. Is you live and you die by the apron.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could go ahead and use that one for now. Do you know who you're mentoring under?
I haven't a clue, but you know what? I'm gonna do
Is it
my
649. I bet it's 649.
Oh man, where's 649?
649's all the way in the back over there. That's their workstation. They're all right. Kind of old, a little cranky.
You know what? Once I get there, you know what? I'm gonna need to know my way around this station. And while I'm talking, I'm just like putting the shit on.
Yeah, absolutely.
While I'm talking, I'm putting stuff on, and I'm asking, how do you know when the next? I know it's a station, but do you know if there's any sort of download that I can get of the station's schedule of leaving from here? And I take out my pad.
Oh yeah, so there's like a hub. It's got all the transport schedules. Man, you're really new here. This is a big place. Can I borrow your pad? I'll just connect you to mine. It'll be way easier than wasting like 15 minutes just trying to tell you how to
Absolutely.
get
Here
to
you
the
go.
hub. All right, cool. And like he's still working, right? With like his other limbs is still working, and his other legs like come out, and he just kind of like takes hold and like kind of like starts moving some stuff and like literally just logs in with his information onto your iPad essentially, right? Your communications pad. And yeah, if you just use like the complement, just like once you get all set up, just make sure you log me out. And here you go. The schedule's right here. You should be able to see where and when we're going to be moving. Communication is like mad important here.
Yes. And by
It's how we all function. I mean, there's tens of thousands of us, and if one of us kind of doesn't say anything, it all kind of telephones.
yeah.
Can't have that.
Can't have that. No. And then by the
Yeah,
time
no,
I'm talking with them,
Yeah.
I'm completely suited up. The colors of the uniform completely are different from what I was wearing, white from the black. And I also am God, there's I'm wearing also like this a mask over my face. That's why, like as if I'm sick. And
Mhm.
also I got visors on like this as if I'm like in charge of something that's highly flammable. So yeah,
Sure, sure.
I'm ready.
Safety first.
I'm ready to fuck. I'm ready to go. So I'm ready to go. Thank you for the help. Thank you. I'm going now. Bye.
Yeah.
Can I leave?
All right. Hey, good luck. Say hi to 649 for me.
I'm going totally. Yeah, leave. And I make sure my tail is like, and then
Sure.
once I leave, I act totally normal. Walk calmly. I'm fine. I'm not
Yeah.
Lopa.
Totally not Lopa.
I'm looking at my pad for
Yep.
the next fucking trip out of here. And
Yeah,
like,
so if you're looking for the next trip out of here, it looks like there's one that's about to leave in about 15-20 minutes. From where you're located, you'd be able to make it like just in time if you hustle enough. And they are a small workforce that's heading over to Golgi to assist in construction work.
shit. Then I think about it for a second and I say, oh, he's gonna know that I went there. Because it's the very next thing off the station. Of course, he would just load her there. So I go to the next one available after that one, so I could be safe from potentially getting loaded on by Burnt Tail.
Right.
So I take the next one after the next one.
So the next one is actually going to take you over to Evelyn.
Cool, good, got it. Let's go.
Alrighty.
Yep, we're going. I am going. I'm still in turn. I'm so lost.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and roll me? You are lost. You are trying to still stay stealthy. How would you do some sort of like? I mean, this is a little bit of skullduggery. How would you kind of like? How are you being stealthy? How are you being unapproachable? How are you blending in as they're kind of like maybe going back and forth? Oops, turning down a wrong corridor. There are so many corridors. This is an insect built thing. There are just tunnels and tunnels and tunnels and tunnels and tunnels all over the place.
Um,
How are you getting to this transport vessel that's about to leave in like an hour or two?
I take advantage of the fact that my pad is no longer me, but the other person that is all the way over there. So I'm not being tracked, hopefully. So I take advantage of that, and I hit different spots in the station, and I actually, because there's no way that I'm never not going to come back here. So I actually take this belated time to kind of feel my way around the station as if I was an actual intern trying to feel my way around the station. So it's not like I'm completely not in the element of where I am. I'm learning. I'm an intern. Leave me alone. Just looking at the pad from here to there, and I'm just like, okay, I'm here. I'm here. Oh yeah, that's where I need to be going to leave soon. And I pass right by it, and I keep going, and I'm looking around. So within this whole hour, I'm just learning the station as much as I can, being inconspicuous. Can I use another special ability? What's the end game for special abilities?
That's a good question. We can consult the rule book here. This is my first time running this game, so please bear with me on let's go sneak over here. I had like 50 windows open, and then I think I clicked out of most of them. like one does. Definitely like one does. Hang tight. We're gonna get this. Let's see. Did you want to do like a Nova ability?
No, I
Is
want to
that
do
what
natural thief.
Okay.
I want to steal a different pad.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so Natural Thief is once per day. You can steal a small concealable item without being noticed or needing to make a skill roll. This ability does not work for items that are of high value, great size, or have above average level of security attention. This says what you can do right here. You can use this once per day without
Mhm.
rolling.
Mhm.
So go ahead and explain to us how Lopa is gonna swipe a new communications pad.
Okay, so once it's close to the time to head to the one I'm actually going to leave on my way there, I go to a perfume store, and I talk to the perfume person, yada yada blah blah. And there's other people around being dumb, not paying attention to their belongings. And I actually legitly want to buy a bottle of perfume so that I can use it so that I can't be sniff detected. So I'm talking and I'm negotiating, I'm bartering with this person so I can get a discount. On the While that's happening and I'm looking around, I'm gonna swipe someone else's pad and I'm just switch it. I'm gonna switch this pad with that pad and go about my business and come right back to the person after they like, oh yes, we have this perfume here that is and it's duty free, so you can take it with you without blah blah blah. And I'm like, yes, thank you. And I take the bottle.
I'm here for that. I can't like give you a die of inspiration, but just know I'm here for this. Well played. Well played.
So I take the perfume bottle, I put it in my inventory, I pay for it, and I go on the flight to where I need to be with someone else's identity that was no longer the chef's stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have no idea who I took from. I just took it.
No. And you might like kind of like maybe like flip through it as you finally like take your seat and you kind of get strapped in. It's going to be a bit of a hike, but as far as you know, you have gone undetected. As far as you know. The camera, as it slides back through the passenger cargo, we can see the swishing back and forth of a burnt, kinked tail sitting in the far back row, grinning, claws tapping at one of the arms on the chair. And the camera flies through space. Jiminy Onus Arrow. Where do we find you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would love to know.
Oh, okay. You find him. You find him in the SUCAP system. It's not a good place there, by any stretch of the imagination. It's pretty shitty. It's literally damned, and it's kind of full of some awful, awful people. And Jiminy Onus Arrow, who is not an awful person. He's gonna be there for a thing. It's a thing, and there's a guy there, and it's a whole deal. But he's there, and he's in whatever makes for the main. I think it's only one planet in that system. He's on the planet, and whatever makes for like the main hub there, and he is in a seedy tavern, a bar.
Does this bar have a name?
Yeah, it has a name. It looks like an old school serial killer letter. So it's all different piecemeal letters that probably came from other decrepit buildings, and it's called the Rough and Tumble, which you'd think is too on the nose, but it is. It is.
Is it spelled properly, or is it like RUF-N dash?
Yeah, it's RUF-N. Yeah, and tumble, but it's like TUMBAL, and Tumble is the owner's name.
Yeah, perfect, exactly, definitely.
Yeah, and you see Jiminy Onus Arrow. He is there. He looks complicated. He's a driftling, and driftlings have the ability to look like whatever they want, and so they all look extra. He looks like an Eno, kind of, in the sense that his body is mostly feline. If you had to put a name to it, if you've seen the musical Cats, he looks like Rum Tum Tugger, in that he has like a wild poof of hair. He has like a mane. Underneath the mane is a sweet leather jacket with no sleeves. Where it starts to differ from your typical Eno is that, much like the Kithuk, he has 4 arms. Slightly different than what your typical Eno would be. And also strange is that you can see that on the tips of all 4 hands, the claws that would normally be there in an Eno are, they're like bright red, almost as if painted, but if you look closer, they kind of glimmer, and they are crystalline. And he kind of like licks across his teeth, and you can see that he has the same kind of crystalline teeth. And in his hair, which, for the anime fans in the audience, imagine Super Saiyan level 3, the hair that just kind of goes all the way down. That's what it looks like, except it seems to be like crystalline at the start, like around where it touches his head, and then it kind of becomes these weird, like almost feathery kind of things, similar to a glean. And the crystalline is similar to an ulran. So he is piecemealed of different forms and species around the verse that he thinks looks hella cool. And yeah, he is He's wearing a sweet leather jacket. Again, no sleeves. He has like these brown, like very, very like sturdy, like a Carhartt kind of pants, right? With like lots of cargo pockets.
Oh God.
Yeah, yeah. His profession is an explorer. He just looks really cool about it. And he walks into this bar called the Rough and Tumble, and he scans the bar as if perhaps looking for someone.
Well, if anybody is looking for anybody out in Sukop, pretty shithole area,
Yeah.
to be quite honest. You come to the Rough and Tumble. There's really only one person you're looking for. And that's Tumble. Tumble is just hanging on out over there is this beautiful looking glean. Oh my goodness, they've got these feathers that just adorn their body majestically so. Multicolored glitter everywhere. If they were to have makeup, they absolutely would be wearing makeup, but they're too beautiful because they're Tumble. Gleans are like feathery octopi.
Mm-hmm.
Would we? They're like bird octopus.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely not. It's not fucking charity. Get out of here. Get out of here, G. And so she's there just doing her thing, entertaining, serving drink, and occasionally having to signal for some of the bigger brutes. She's got a couple of Orin who are the crystal species. They are made of stone and gems and crystals, so they're a little thicker, a little bigger. Certainly folks that you don't really want to actually tumble with. So she's just behind the bar doing what she normally does, making money.
I hate you. Yeah, Jiminy Onus Arrow heads across the floor. There's a light like click as he walks, his crystalline toe claws gently clicking on the floor, and he sort of sachets towards the bar, towards Miss Tumble over there, and he slumps on the bar. Says, well, I've flown all this way to speak with you, and you alone, Miss Tumble. And you can see like a flash of like the red teeth.
Oh, my darling. Well, how far away did you come and where did you come from, you said?
Oh, me, I have been everywhere. I've been here, there, everywhere. And now I find myself on your doorstep here at the Rough and Tumble, one of the hardiest drinking holes here in Sukap. Graced with your presence, my beautiful...
Ooh, I do love me charmer. Well, what do you have?
I'll have whatever you're selling.
Yeah, well, all right. Dealer's choice then. And she like her feathers kind of like preen a little bit as her she has a like a blue shine coming from like the center of her forehead where there is just this stone essentially set in her head, which are known as gleans have what are called or what are known as reliquaries, and they are essentially what allow them to live. And it kind of influences their genetic code, so you know that like some glean who have reliquaries that kind of like glow red at times are more prone to anger. Um, a blue is typically a rather um, polite glean. And so she immediately goes and just kind of like with all of her little tentacles is just masterfully picking different things and like making you the smallest drink, but it's filled with like just a drop of like 30 different ingredients and almost like a machine is just like so skillfully making sure that this is like done properly. There is a particular order, there is a particular way that certain things need to touch, because if other things were to touch, it'd be pretty darn awful. Once she is done, she'll like give it a little kiss, right? And sets it down in front of you. It's about the size of a shot glass. It's very, very small, but it is colorful. It almost glistens as if it were like a chromatic gold, like little treasure inside of it. It's not necessarily like water. It is more viscous.
What does it smell like?
It smells actually rather pleasant. If you've ever had, if Jiminy Onus Arrow has ever had the opportunity to sit outside in an open field where flowers grow wild and air is clean and the skies are clear, it kind of smells like that. So a little more floral.
Okay.
Compared to the area that they're in, which absolutely smells like burnt in machine and oil.
So it smells awful, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. Yes.
Jiminy Onus Arrow leans down and he slides this shot glass over to him and so says, "Well, now, my dear, a glean such as yourself wouldn't let someone like me drink alone. Now, would you please join me?"
Oh, well, she kind of looks around, making sure everybody's kind of taken care of. And like as she's looking, her arms are just behind her, absolutely making her own drink. And she sets another one down very, very swiftly. Now, what did you say your name was? Who do I have the pleasure of sharing a drink with today?
Ma'am, my name is Jiminy Onus Arrow, and I am at your service. Rumor has it that you are in the fortuitous circumstance to acquire things that ought not be acquired, or at least know the folks that do.
Well, that's some rumor mill that's spilling out there.
Right.
I am a businesswoman.
And
With a
business
very
is booming.
lawful, abiding practice.
Well, see, I understand that, and that's why you moved here to Sukap, where there are, in fact, no laws.
Got me there. As long as you have the argent, I might have the item.
Well, there's a particular map that I'm looking for. Have you heard of any special maps? And he, like, leans in closer as he says special maps.
And, like, she kind of, like, floats a little closer, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of, like, the feathers kind of, like, slick back a little. Maps? Digital maps? Or...
No.
Paper
This would be older. And he, like, reaches down for, like, one octopus tentacle. This is a
please
much...
flirt. Eventually, you're gonna need this roll, so you can go ahead and figure out what
is
what it is you
suave
want to do
suave the
here.
roll? Is that the I could give you? I
Suave
could
is
roll
a
you
great
suave.
roll. That's a absolutely.
I
That's
can
the thing
roll
to
you
have.
suave for this. Complexity
That would be a complexity of 3.
3. Okay.
Oh yeah, she's a smart cookie.
Not good and doubles. Go for it, Gnome.
Oh,
Welcome to
ooh.
the show.
Ooh, all right. Well, our first fail of the day.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
here
great
for it.
because this means like I get some stuff. So this is pretty cool.
Bring it.
Yeah, great. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna save that point. I get a point.
Great.
I forgot what they're called. It starts with a C, but I get it. So I'll save it for later.
Cool.
You go ahead and like you reach your big clunky paw of a hand with those beautifully not painted
Yeah.
crystal
Manicured crystalline
nails.
claws. Yeah.
Absolutely manicured, living for it. And as you kind of like go to reach out, right, you knock over her drink,
Such a poor move.
and it just like tink, because it's again little,
Yeah.
little shot glass, but it just like spills all over. And do you remember what I said
No.
about how this had to be made in an incredibly particular way? Because if some of the contents were to touch the other contents, could be disastrous.
I don't remember
Yeah,
that at all.
yeah. Well, you hear a little like, because she hasn't noticed. She's still actually very charmed by you. She
Perfect.
is loving the attention that you are giving. But you start smelling something kind of acrid as the stone slab that is like the bar top is slowly being eaten away. And you can smell it. And the Gleam doesn't seem to notice. Tumble does not seem to notice right now.
Is there like a cloth bar napkin around?
Yeah, a spapkin?
A spapkin,
You're
yeah.
you looking for a
space
spapkin?
a
Yeah.
space napkin.
Yeah, there's no. This is fucking the rough and tumble. There's no napkins here. You klutz. Who has that? Wipe your hands out of your pants like a normal.
Like a normal ruffian.
Clean.
Yeah. No, I can't. I was gonna say he pulled out a handkerchief, but that would make it too obvious that there's something that's happening. I think he does his best to like not turn up his nose at this acrid smell of melting rock, and just continues to lean in to Tumble, as if he also hasn't noticed, and perhaps in her wooed state, maybe she did it, you know, yeah, he continues to hold this. It's like a spaghetti noodle. He continues to hold this tentacle, and he says, "No, my dear, this map would be very old. It's on some kind of leather or vellum paper or some kind. It's handwritten, ancient." I've heard it's been floating around the area, and well, it's no good here. There's no good explorers here on Sukap. At least none worth their salt.
Well, save the salt for a Zavoy problem.
Miss Tumble.
But if you have the Argent, I very well may have what you're looking for. I would just have to go away for a moment. But I can pull out a catalog.
Oh, catalog. A catalog of maps?
Of course. What type? What do you think
I'm
I've
just
got them
saying, I
made
don't know what
from?
you have back there in your little shop.
Oh, I got little tumblers everywhere. You
like
wait
that.
right here. And she just kind of like floofs away.
Little
Like,
tumblers.
disappears
I hate
behind like it's definitely those like the 70s bead things, but the beads are actually like made out of like deceased Orin.
Oh God. It's like a fucking turn here in Sucap.
Welcome to the rough and tumble.
Shattered Orin. I love your bead curtain. That's the bones of my enemies. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Tumble doesn't fuck around.
It's like a bear rug, but people.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yes.
Christ. Alrighty. All right.
What are you gonna do with the meantime? She's gonna be gone for a little bit.
He is going to he's going to move down like 2 seats away from the acid burn. And he's going to slide down whatever makes for the culinary snackage that's on the bar right towards the edge of the burned area. So that way, if she's coming from where she just came from, you'll see the bowl of space peanuts before you'll see the hole that was melted in the thing. And then he just calmly waits and tries to be inconspicuous as he's able to be, which is not very...
I mean, it's not so much that he even needs to be inconspicuous. This is the rough and tumble.
That's true.
There are all sorts of people who look all sorts of ways. They are heavily drinking. They're just getting into casual fights. Like you are probably like the most calm.
That is true.
Person in this place, while the world around you is just like this active landscape of seedy, hitmen and drug dealers and smugglers, all just kind of in this little watering hole.
Yeah, you got it.
And after it takes a lot longer than she had anticipated, because if you were looking for something old and you're so charming, maybe you do actually have some coin to spare, and explorers are usually willing to pay a little bit more than say a smuggler would, who is trying to deal in seedy things. People who are exploring are either being paid by somebody to find something expensive, or they're obsessed and they'll do anything to find what they're looking for.
What?
Perfect customer.
What?
So she eventually returns, and I wasn't kidding. She's got a little one of those like the little rotaries, which she refers to as tumblers, because they just fully roll in a
tumble.
circle.
Yep.
Because they tumble.
I made it there with you.
Absolutely. Thank you. And she sets it down right in front of you. Has not noticed the shift in position whatsoever. All of her little tentacles are kind of flipping through. How old did you say?
If I had to guess, it would be at least the oldest thing you have in there. This is beyond age. No one that I know has tracked down exactly how old it could be.
The oldest? Well, that's not me. I'm young as a spring glean.
Oh, of course you are, my dear. So much bounce in your curls. And he
Oh, my. Now, what, out of curiosity, it might help me find this a lot better. Where does this map lead?
You see, that's the thing, my dear. No one's sure. It seems to be indicating and he looks around, but he looks around dramatically. A forgotten planet.
A forgotten planet?
You see, so it would have little value to anyone who didn't know what they were doing. Unfortunately, I do. And so I mean to remember.
I I think I know exactly what you're looking for. And like, I mean, she's just going through like hundreds of, little cards that she has and just stops and pulls one out, sets it down on the table, and slides it over to you. But doesn't take her tentacle off of it.
Does this map look like the one we've never discussed ever before in our entire existence, Gnome?
Yep.
Perfect.
This map looks exactly like the map
Hell yeah.
that you have been looking for.
Hell yeah.
It is ancient. It is made of some type of cured leather. On the edges are gleam feathers that are kind of like woven into it. On each of the four corners, there are little orange crystalline gems. And etched comes from like the claw of an inu. It essentially is a whole conglomerate of the some species that just don't even exist. That's how
interesting.
This is.
Interesting. He leans in more and he says, well, now, my dear, as I've said, this is of little value to anyone else, so I feel as though I'm your only buyer. If not, it will sit and rot in your tumbler here. So what kind of price can we work out here?
Well, how deep do you think your pockets go? You seem tall and capable.
Of a great many things.
I'm sure. You have so many cargo pockets. Surely they are full.
You leave my cargo pockets alone. Okay. Well, perhaps there's
I'm so
something...
sorry, James and Chicasso.
No, I'm not, James.
Don't you apologize to him.
I'm not. Well, my dear, these pockets would be even more full when I find that planet.
So, are you suggesting a partial payment now, or...
Or what about if we work out
Interest?
some kind of deal?
Yes.
I would say the continent of Tumble has a pretty good ring to it. Perhaps, I don't know, Queen Tumble or a sovereign entity Tumble, you know. Much better than Tumble the tavern owner. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but someone of your beauty and stature has such lofty dreams. Why stop here? This planet will burn away in less than a year's time anyway.
Oh, I need you to roll.
Oh, fuck.
This is a goddamn roll, Michael.
What would you like me to roll?
You tell me. You're trying to convince her
fuck.
that this forward payment of when you, the incredible explorer Jimmy Oneth Arrow, finds this planet, are going to give her a continent and make her royalty.
Yes. Yeah. That. Yeah. Yeah, I said those words.
You did. You definitely.
You
definitely said.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make an argument here. So Jiminy Onus Arrow has dealt with people of society and drudgery before, and I would like to argue that skullduggery is an art in theft, and I'm carefully planting all of the right words in all of the right betentacled ear holes to get exactly what I want, which is to basically steal this map.
Make the roll.
Yeah.
Make the roll. Difficulty 3.
Difficulty 3. Suck it. Nailed it.
You did. Well done. Well done.
I don't know what half those numbers mean, but I'm excited about it.
Yeah. The complexity was 3. You rolled 3 dice that were d12s, and none of them were duplicates.
Perfect.
So you won.
Great.
You did good.
Great.
You did good.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So. Queen Tumble.
Right.
And the feathers like preen, you know. I don't know bird terms.
I think that's what it is.
They do the thing, and it's like
Yeah.
like that little.
She ruffles.
Yeah.
Bird octopus.
I need payment. Partial payment now. I still have to fulfill my obligations. Whether this place is trashed in a year over at the burn or not.
I don't know how money works, Gnome.
Yeah, I what's like 30% of what you have on you right now? I'm just gonna deal with percentages because I also am not good at all in any game with currencies.
30% is like 5,000.
Perfect.
Is that what I have?
5,000
Monies.
for a down payment.
Okay. Do I have that? That makes sense. Yeah, sure, I'll have that. Is it a physical cash, or is it like a credit stick? Is there like a
Yeah,
PayPal, SpacePal?
So currency here is it's interesting. Let me pull up the read up on what argent actually is. So the money system is it's a semi-popular form of universal currency that was used before the burn, and argent are magical microscopic life forms. They grow in special tanks designed to help them flourish and form colonies that resemble crystalline coral structures. When taken out of their tanks, argent become inactive, and the structures they form break down into a very fine powder. The tiny creatures are believed to be effectively immortal and become active and form colonies once returned to a suitable habitat. So there is a desire to have argent and to spread it around the galaxy, and that is really what's being used as currency. So you could essentially have on you like a little small orb, like a football sized tank. And there is the right environment. There are argent that are floating and living and thriving inside. You could see their little crystal structures. And like, you know, you reach to one of your 50 cargo pants.
Yeah.
And like, boom, you've got this.
I imagine it looks like the ooze container from TMNT, right? That has like the silver in the bottom. It's like a glass tube. Yeah. So he pulls that out and like deposits that tank on the.
And like you could see the blue gem kind of like glowing even more, because the fun thing about polite clean, so they're hungry. Always hungry. The nicer they are, the hungrier they are. That doesn't always mean food. Hunger can come in many forms. And there are like 3 tentacles that just like rest on top of the argent that you set down. As she lets go of the card that has the map information on it and slides the Argent back to her. Another tentacle kind of like slaps against the other one in a way to kind of like snap her fingers that she doesn't have. And two massive chonker Orin come up and quietly take the Argent away. We have ourselves a wonderful deal. Queen Tumble, can you just imagine? You wait here one moment, and she will float away and disappear and reemerge very quickly. Very excited.
In the seconds that she was gone, Jiminy Onus Arrow picks up that car. That how big is this map?
Well, the card is just a picture.
Oh, okay, I understand.
It's literally a catalog.
I see.
She brought you like the map section of her catalog in the Rolodex, and it's like, is this what you're looking for?
Yeah.
Great. I need to go grab it in the back now. I'm not bringing it out
for
your grubby hands to touch.
That makes sense. He does have grubby hands.
No, he does. Clearly, he's already spilled acid all over the place.
That's on her.
So she returns. And she is carrying, just kidding, she's not carrying it. The Orin are carrying it.
Right.
It's got a case. It is completely like locked in this like stone, the stone and leather map case with a very ornate strap. And she has them carefully set it down in front of you.
Okay.
I believe this is what you're going to be walking home with today.
This does seem like what I was looking for, my liege.
Oh. Gosh, that sounds so good.
Doesn't it?
So good.
Well, I would say you have whatever time between the rotation of this rock to prepare your royal fleet to your new palace that awaits you on the continent of Tumble.
Well, and she kind of like reaches into some of her clothing, right, and pulls out like her business card, and it's digitized, and sets it down in front of you, and is like, "That's my number. Don't be a stranger."
Oh, I won't. And he like slides it and like holds it between two furry fingers, and you see him like twist it and it's gone, like a magic trick. And then he takes the. How big is the case of this thing?
It's a solid like 2 feet.
Okay,
It's huge.
Yeah,
It's big. And it's heavy.
He's no Indiana Jones. He slides a claw and like taps the release button, so like the thing opens, and he just rolls up this map. And you see him like open his jacket and like tuck it into fur, and it's gone.
And she's staring at you. The Orin are staring at you like, that is so old. What are you? You know what? You know what?
No, what no?
Well, I can't wait to hear from you soon, Jiminy Onus Arrow.
And soon you will. But for now... And he like taps like the breast of his jacket.
Wonderful.
So mechanically, since we're already using skills, thank you, Luma, I have an awesome and gross ability. It's called Concealed in Flesh. You can change and adapt your body to hide one item within it. This item is completely hidden and can never be accidentally dropped. Map inside my body.
Yep.
Gross.
Driftlings are actually really freaking cool.
Yeah,
They're super dope.
Diana, the face you made is what I made when I read it. I went, no, yucky.
Yeah.
Getting that one.
Delicious.
And he does like he stands off the stool and he does like a very ceremonious and dramatic bow. Right, his hair kind of like droops down and he flips it back up, very Fabio style. And he says, "My queen, I will bid you adieu." And he begins to back out of the rough and tumble.
And she just kind of like is waving a couple tentacles at you, like "Bye, darling." And, you know, like as you're backing out, there's a fight that like breaks out that like severs, you know, the eye connection between the two of you. And we're gonna end there tonight because I'm looking at the time.
Oof.
The door, like the saloon doors, close and swing. And we pull back, watching our driftling friend make way with an incredibly ancient map, determined to find a lost planet.
Hell yeah.
We have an Eno, also incredibly determined to not be caught. And a Peacecraft, eager to learn more about themselves, to seek out what it means to grow and to change from a world that never grew and never changed. And that's going to conclude our very first episode of Starstruck. You did it. You're muted.
Muted. That was episode 1 of Starstruck. That one was called Tonight the Stars Revolt. And if anything, parts of that was revolting. Thank you so much for being here. We had a blast. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go film our after show about this. If you guys like the after, if you guys want to see the after show, you like this show, want to see the after show, join us on Patreon. Link down below. While you're down there, hit us up on Discord. Be a part of the conversation. Be a part of the community. And if you are watching this live, or no, if you're watching this not live on YouTube, come over every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern over on twitch.tv/unMadeGaming and watch it live with us and the community and see all the shenanigans that happens in the chat here. But for now, let's go around, do our introductions, and get the hell out of here. We will start
Before we do that, there's actually a cleanup mechanic at the end of every game that we gotta do. But I didn't know. Do you want to like have that for the Patreon stuff?
Yeah, that's after show shit, man, dude.
That's after. Okay, so because that's where we're gonna go over what stories we hit, so we can talk about that.
So if you want to see this XP bonus stuff, after show.
Yep. There you go.
So starting with our introductions, the wonderful, illustrious Diana, please, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
Hi. Right? Yes. Hi.
Yep,
I'm Diana. Good. I'm Diana. I'm Super Dylan absolutely everywhere on the internet. That is where you will find me on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and all the places. And Twitter mostly. I am one half of the podcast Femsplained, which comes out once a week when I get to it, and is basically just a space for non-cis men to talk about nerd shit without anybody interrupting us. We let's see. And I also, I don't know. I don't think I do anything else. Just this. That's it right now. So that's it. Goodbye.
10 out of 10. Let's hop over to the amazing Luma. Who are you? Where can we find you on the internet? And what are you up to?
There.
Nailed it.
Hi. Hi, I am Luma. You can find me at Luma Quee just about anywhere, which is mostly on Twitter. I'm in too many stuff right now, because I'm a grad student with a hectic schedule and a even more hectic work schedule right now because that's where my money is. But sometimes people ask me to play with them to play tabletop RPGs and RPGs like this, and then I get happy and I do it. So thank you for inviting me.
Hell yeah.
If you want to see plant babies grow and me scream about Final Fantasy 14 and birds and stuff like that, just regular dumb shit that's important to me, then follow me on Twitter. And that's about it. That's all I do.
Perfect. And our wonderful GM, Gnome, who are you? Where can we find you on the internet, and what are you up to?
Hi, I'm Gnome, and I'm here 2 days a week because I don't know. I guess I live here now.
Perfect.
That's kind of what happened there. Tuesdays you catch me here playing Void Coriolis. Obviously, I'm GMing on Wednesday nights here. We're playing Bryte, and this Friday, I'm going to draw your attention. Come hang out over on my Twitch channel as we finish up the finale of Ursa Major, which is our very serious Starfinder game.
I hate that you said very serious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Meow.
I'm going to end the show.
I also have a morning talk show Monday, Wednesday, Fridays with Wally132 and Eris Savad. So you should come hang out, wake the fuck up, have a little cup of something, drop rice on your floor, and talk about brooms for about an hour. It's fine.
Please go see Aris. Aris is the best. Aris is great. Go see her.
Eris is pretty dope.
She's all right.
I guess, whatever. Shit, Mike.
Just okay.
I think Aris is wonderful, and I won't giggle when I say it.
Yes, it's super serious.
That's it. That's the show. Thank you for being here. That's it. Get out of here. Go home. Go feed your cat. Seriously, thank you so much for being here. We're out of here. So from all of us to you guys, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.